The oldest human being who ever lived made it to 122 years old. Her name was Jeanne Calment. She was born before the light bulb and she lived to see the internet. For all of recorded history, that number, around 120, has been the ceiling, a hard wall that no amount of money, medicine, or luck has ever broken. Here's what's changed. Somewhere in the world right now, there is very likely a person already alive who will blow past that wall, not by luck, but because we will have engineered it, and they may not stop at 150. Part 1. The clock. To understand why, you have to understand what aging actually is, because it's stranger than it sounds. We tend to think of aging as simple wear and tear. You use a body for 80 years, it breaks down, like a car with too many miles. But that's not what's happening. In 1961, a biologist named Leonard Hayflick discovered that our cells can only divide a set number of times, roughly 40 or 50, before they stop. A built in counter, a clock, ticking down in nearly every cell you have. Aging, it turns out, isn't just damage, it's a program, a sequence the body runs. And here's the part that changes everything. If aging is a program, then in principle, a program can be rewritten. We're not guessing that this is possible. We know it because nature has already done it. There's a jellyfish, Turritopsis, that when it's injured or starving, simply reverts to an earlier stage of its life and starts over. Biologically immortal. There's a rodent, the naked mole rat, that lives 30 years and barely ages at all. Its risk of dying doesn't even climb the ways ours does. The wall isn't a law of physics, it's just an engineering problem we haven't finished solving. Part 2. The tools. And the solving has started. As you age, your body fills up with what scientists call senescent cells, zombie cells that have stopped dividing but refuse to die, leaking inflammation into everything around them. There is now an entire class of drugs, Senolytics, designed to hunt down those cells and clear them out. In animals, clearing them reverses signs of aging. Then there's the deeper move. In 2006, a scientist named Shinya Yamanaka found a set of four factors that can take an old, specialized cell and wind its clock all the way back to a youthful state. Partial reprogramming, rejuvenation at the cellular level. This is no longer fringe science. Some of the largest and best funded biotech companies on earth now exist for one purpose: to treat aging itself, not the diseases it causes, but the process underneath them. Because that's the real prize. Cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's are not separate enemies. They are, mostly, diseases of aging. Treat the aging, and you don't cure one of them, you cure them together. Part 3. Escape velocity. So, how does someone alive today reach 150? Not in one leap, through something researchers call longevity escape velocity. The idea is simple and a little dizzying. Right now, for every year that passes, medicine adds a few months to average life expectancy. But imagine medicine speeds up until every year that passes, it adds more than a full year of remaining life. At that moment, the finish line starts moving away from you faster than you're walking towards it. You buy a decade. In that decade, science buys you two more, and you never quite reach the end. But here's the question that hides underneath all of this, the one nobody in those gleaming labs likes to say out loud. The first treatments will not be cheap, and they will not arrive for everyone at once. For all of human history, death was the one thing we all shared. The king and the beggar both ended in the ground. Aging was the great equalizer. What happens when it stops being one? The two futures. In the first future, this is the greatest gift medicine has ever given. Not simply more years, but more good ones. 90 becomes the new 50. The long, cruel decline at the end of life, the decade of frailty and forgetting, shrinks or vanishes. Your grandparents are there for your grandchildren. We don't just add time to life, we add life to time. In the second future, it becomes the deepest divide in human history. The wealthy don't just live better than everyone else, they live longer, not by a few years, by generations. Power stops changing hands because the people holding it stop dying. The same faces at the top for 100 years, 200, a world quietly split into two kinds of people, the aging and the ageless. And the terrible part is that the science is the same in both futures. The molecule doesn't know who it's for. We do. So, the first person to live to 150 may already be here, learning to walk somewhere right now. The question was never really whether we could do this. The biology has been whispering yes for a long time. The question is who it's for and whether the oldest wall we ever knew comes down for everyone or just for some. Jeanne Calment reached the edge of what a human body could do on its own. The next person to reach that edge won't be alone. We will be building the road ahead of them. So, here's my question for the comments. If you could live to 150 in good health, would you want to? And what would you do with the extra century? Tell me below. And if you want to keep looking clearly at where all this is really heading, no hype, no doom, subscribe. There's a lot more of the future to walk through. See you in the foreseeable future.